So you may not realize this, but Xbox somewhat quietly launched an entirely new gaming branch, and now they are putting the call out for developers to make exclusives using this new technology. Let me tell you more about it right now. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell if you like these videos. What that will do is that will allow you to know when my videos post and also help the channel grow. And if you like this video, hit that like button. You know, the typical stuff you have to do on YouTube to help out a content creator. Thank you so much for watching. So today's story is all about a new branch that is being created over at Microsoft, and it's being head up by Kim Swift. Kim Swift, as you know, is the creator of Portal. She made the game Narbacular Drop, and then that technology was used in Portal. She also worked on the Left 4 Dead games, and she helped launch the Google Stadia service. So her experience with this branch is going to be really, really important because she had that firsthand knowledge of what Google did and the misses that Google had and how that technology can actually be used to do some interesting things for the Xbox branch. First quote I have here is, according to Kim Swift, cloud streaming really is the low-hanging fruit when it comes to cloud gaming. She seemed more excited about using AI systems like machine learning, natural language processing, and reinforcement learning to increase the ability to create content and improve the believability of non-player characters, NPCs, in games. But the final frontier, as she describes it, is cloud computing. Now, this isn't actually the first time we've heard about cloud computing or utilizing the cloud for these sort of things. As more and more games become online only, we find that creators like Kim Swift and like this branch of Xbox is going to do, looking for new ways to leverage that technology. For so long, everything has been printed on the physical media, and for better or for worse, mostly for worse, let's be honest with the DRM, we've moved to an online-only structure. So if we're going to be online, maybe we should start leveraging some of that cloud technology to do some interesting things. So it's really exciting to hear that Kim Swift is talking about using that to create better narrative experiences, to create better technologically based experiences. You might remember way back in the day, they were talking about using cloud technology to power Crackdown 3. And I actually got to show that. I can link to it in the description below. I played Crackdown 3 in its original iteration where they were showing what the power of the cloud could actually do. So Kim Swift is like, there's something here. Let's keep diving into it. The next quote I have is also from her, and this is from her GDC talk. She basically says, how can we use network cloud-based blades and PCs to increase the capacity, detail, and fidelity of graphics rendering, number of AI agents, randomization of levels of features, incredible special effects like destruction? I really think this is what people think of when they hear cloud gaming. For complexity, there's physics simulations, graphics simulations, and NPC AI, quantity and quality, and procedural building. There are things that we can do as well. What if we don't have everything being done in the cloud and we actually just split off components, say AI or physics, and have those being done in the cloud while everything else is being done client side to free up more cycles to get that more complex and interesting physics calculation. Now, I have to imagine that this is something that is years out, right? It's going to take a while to develop this technology and get it to a place where they want it to be. From that same WCCF Tech article, they are looking to work with studios to develop cloud native titles and bring them exclusively to the Xbox ecosystem. That division is being led by Kim Swift. The team's goal is to partner with world-class game development teams to develop cloud-native games to bring unprecedented experiences to players that can only be achieved with cloud technology. At some point, I do wonder if we have to start considering that the physical hardware in our machines, the CPUs, the GPUs, etc., aren't necessarily where expanding is going to continue into. You know, the newest NVIDIA card, everything has limitations, right? At some point, you hit a cap either with your CPU, your GPU, there's I/O input issues. And I think what Kim Swift is describing here is really, really intriguing because it's a new area of technology that I don't feel like we're fully leveraging. And it's cool to see that somebody is finally talking about the things that we should be considering, at least in terms of what we can do with this technology. And I like that she's talking about not just the flashy things like being able to blow up a whole building and have all the different particles break apart like we saw in the Crackdown demo. That's a visual representation of what we can do. But what if they can also improve the narrative experiences of the player using this tech? I'm not sure how, like what the goal would be there, but I'm very intrigued to see it in action. Now, if they can figure out a way to, obviously they have to figure out something about the latency, because if it's cloud computing, it is being delivered over the internet connection, right? So how do you deal with different internet connection speeds? Like if you're doing a physics thing, that has the time to an action in the game. So maybe for cutscenes, you could do that because you could queue it up. But I'm really curious to see how this technology develops and what they are talking about. Now, this isn't something we're going to see in the immediate future. It's been made very clear that this is a long-term investment. And Azure, or Azure, or whatever you want to call it, it's already helping make better matchmaking. It's helping with cloud game development, and it offers worldwide availability, meaning anywhere in the world you can use Azure, right? It's a Microsoft-owned product. And a lot of people are using it. I believe even Sony uses it for some of their technology. So a lot of people always point to Game Pass as, oh, Game Pass, like nobody's going to be able to compete with it. When truthfully, Azure seems to be the tool set that somebody like Sony, just who doesn't work in the software business or the cloud computing business, can't compete with, because they're utilizing it. And all game developers eventually are going to use some sort of cloud-based technology should this take off, right? It's definitely an interesting conversation. And this actually brought up another story from a long time ago that I talked about on this channel. And that's when there was this rumored Kojima Kim Swift project. Kojima's latest project has began as a Stadia exclusive before Google axed original game development. Apparently, Kojima's concept was going to use Stadia tech in some key way and will be a cloud-native game should a deal be struck with Microsoft. Nothing has been signed yet. That was Jeff Grubb via the WCCF article, which also referenced this. I want to reference it anyway, and they had it right there. So I just used their quote. But the point is, there's potentially still this Kojima thing in the works. There's been no rumors or leaks about it being shut down. So if Kojima is fairly far along, maybe something is happening there in the in the long-term future. This isn't something that's going to be revealed right away. And it's technology that they're trying to figure out and start creating games for. So I would imagine that whatever they're talking about today, we see the results of in 3 minimum, but more likely 5 years from now. It's really, really interesting stuff. And it is great to see that Kim Swift is on the Microsoft team and she's talking about pushing the entire industry forward with these tools. Think about it. Better matchmaking, better cloud development tools for developers, and worldwide availability. The whole remote part of COVID and everything has empowered a lot of people to think outside the box and allow them to create awesome teams of game developers across the world. And hopefully that benefits the consumer with some great games in the near future. I'm excited about this tech and I can't wait to see how it pans out. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when it goes live. I do appreciate you very much for watching. If you want to become a member, memberships are turned on. Thank you so much to all of the channel members. I do appreciate all of you. If you want to become a channel member and support this channel on some tier, you can do so by clicking that join button right down there. I post every video for the members, by the way, with no ads. So if you hate the ads, that is one way to get around them by becoming a member. So thank you to the members, and I hope you enjoy those videos. I'm going to get out of here. I will see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.